Good morning, Lana Scott Lighthouse. I hope everyone's having a good. So, guys, if y'all looked at my video in the one book, I think it was a two-parter. I ended up pulling 3 people cards. And my spiritual counsel came in and confirmed to me I needed to do each one of them. I've already done. I think it was the King of Pentacles. Well, today I've already done the main message for the collective, and it's a message for the healers and light workers. It's the first time I've gotten a message for light workers also. And I think that's that expanding energy I've been seeing, guys. So I just wanted to say I have pulled the Knight of Pentacles, and I'm going to try to keep the message short, guys, because there is a lot here. I have all but one room. All right, so let's get started. So this person, in their present time, they had a lot of in their childhood, around their ancestral home, people that they knew, their life was not very easy. I feel like this is a person, male or female, it doesn't matter, it's just the energy. This is someone that is, like they're saying, somewhere between 21 to 28, 29. Okay, male or female, doesn't matter. There's more than one. Okay, and at the present time, they're not. I don't want to say they're not a happy camper. They're just feeling weighed down from all the things that they've had in the past. Okay, and I feel like in their past, there wasn't like a whole lot of money, possessions. Maybe you're someone that, I'm hearing your mom was on welfare because your dad wasn't around, something like that, where your family was fractured, I'm hearing, and it was just really tough. And maybe you didn't have a parent, or some of the things that most of us take for granted. Okay, it was just really tough. All right, and at your present time, it has some things that you've learned and grown from as you are going into the future, or whatever's going on with you at this present time. You've come to realize some things that have like either held you back, or you feel like are directly related to why you're not seeming to be able to make much change in your life. But you have, because we have breakthrough on here, guys. Okay, so you are right now at a time of realizing some things about yourself that give you a feeling of new birth, a breakthrough that creates more flow in your life, and you're starting to heal from things in the past. What you don't know, though, is that you don't realize that has to do with your spiritual side, with your faith in the universe, how you see the divine, how you hear the divine speaking to you, and you don't realize maybe you've had to go through some lessons over and over again because it just didn't sink in. This may be somebody with a learning disability, or just feeling like that in their past everything was so rough that they have a hard time seeing the silver lining in things. Okay, and they also they just don't realize that the things that have happened is what's going to shape the kind of person that they're becoming as they go into the future. And they're not going to realize that it's going to help them to, on their spiritual path, be more, have more empathy towards people that don't have anything or have had a harder life. It's going to help you to see where other people are coming from, whereas in the past, you were so involved in what was going on in your life, in your childhood, you couldn't see other people were going through the same thing. Okay, it made it hard for you to understand that we all go through similar things, and you just felt like maybe the universe was out to get you. And now you're reaching a level of maturity and seeing some other things on other levels with other people, that now you're starting to understand, okay, well, but that's not what's going to be my whole life about. Okay, that's why I say this is somebody that's younger, and you suddenly realize, well, wait a minute, life's what I'm going to make it. I'm not stuck in that forever. What do I want to do to fix it? And you start opening up to your spiritual gifts, okay? And the reason why I say that is because, guys, then we have relief from distress, nausea. And then as you start to realize things and you start to mature in a way that you hadn't before, you have this huge breakthrough. And it has to do with your personal journey and moving away from all the things of the past, because then we have a doorway, right? That you start realizing nothing is set in stone. Okay, so you get this portal or this doorway in the process of self-change maybe you start listening to your angels, and then you come through this portal or this trying experience or trying time in your life that you realize, well, wait a minute, I can change this. And you just didn't look at it that way before. You didn't look at it like, well, how can I make this better? Because you were so stuck in the emotions of the things that you were feeling and things that happened in the past, you didn't realize that you can move away from that and make a better life for yourself. Does that resonate with anybody? Okay. And the reason why I say it, and guys, this is a 777 message. So this is an angel and ancestor message because I feel like they're closely together. We have 777, then we have an extra message, and this is actually special. So I'm going to tell y'all about this. So when you go through this doorway and you start listening to your angels, your instincts, when you start realizing and maturing and getting and healing, you realize, well, wait a minute, I can affect change in my life. I can make a difference in my life. And doing that helps you have all this success, become whole, you're healing and coming to yourself, and you get this opening and movement. And you move away, and because we have them defense, you move away from the bad experiences, maybe the little town you grew in where there wasn't a lot of room, there weren't a lot of jobs or something like that. There wasn't a lot of growth. You move away, maybe to a different place, or maybe you go away to college, or you move in with a friend that lives a state over. Whatever it is, you kick to the curb and say, I can make a difference. And this brings you a lot of joy. Now, guys, when I first pulled one Joe, it was reversed. And I was like, well, I didn't want to do reversals, but I kept the spiritual warrior reverse. And I'm looking, I said, well, there's two sides to every coin. You kicking this past and not letting it affect you, it made you sad to be leaving it. Okay. But on the other hand, it brings you joy to know that you now can affect change in your life, that you can make a difference in your own life. And guys, when we make a difference and have breakthrough in the process of self-change on a journey and start doing things that brings us happiness, then that's when we realize, well, if I can bring myself happiness and you're happier and the people you meet, you can bring happiness to others as well. Because it's always better to give than it is to receive. You know what I'm saying? To do things, that, like maybe you bring somebody a gift or something they weren't expecting, and you go, wow, that really felt good, But I feel like this is something, an internal journey and also a physical moving away. All right. So we've got 777. And so then I asked, what extra messages? So guys, I'm hearing 2 or 3 different things with this. First of all, I'm getting spiritual attainment. Okay. And I'm getting understanding your gifts and how the divine is talking to you. Okay. Also, when I first laid these down, they gave me a number besides the 777. Does anyone know what that looks like? Okay, think Roman numerals. So, guy, in Roman numerals, this is a 1 and this is a 10, right? So I'm feeling like, we got spiritual attainment and, having your gifts, or realizing that you have gifts, but I don't think they're talking about gifts per se. I think they're just talking about listening to the wisdom of your ancestors, your angels, because, guys, this is an angels and ancestors message. And coming to yourself with all this new light coming in, I'm hearing 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months, okay? Because we also have Jera, and Jera can stand for, it's reaping of rewards. It also talks about legalities. It talks about in the period of about a year, right? So I feel like maybe 9 months. Where you are now, you're not going to be in 9 months, less than a year. You're not going to be where you are now, whoever this message is resonating for. And I do believe this is a younger person, male or female, doesn't matter. Okay, they do have earth healing abilities. They do have special gifts, and they are able to affect change in their life. And by changing their mindset and letting all them and looking at their past differently, they then are able to see a way forward and movement and going into the future and how they can have a better life than before. Okay. So, this person is very does become more grounded, and when they're healing and not realizing they're on their spiritual journey, when they start letting all the things of the bad childhood, maybe not having a whole lot of money, maybe not having a parent around, when you realize this is your foundation, okay, for it making you who you are, that's when this doorway opens up, and you listen to your instinct, and you go through it realizing, I can change my life. Okay? And then look what you get, guys. Success, coming to yourself, listening to the divine, opening up, movement, walking away and letting this past go and realizing that it's not set in stone for you going into the future. Because you're like, I'm not going to let what happened to me in my growing up years rob me of the joy in the present and going into the future. I'm going to let that go and make a difference in my own life, which then, of course, opens up being able to bring joy to yourself, help other people, changing your mindset, and realizing that just because you went through all that, it doesn't have to stay that way. You can make the difference. You will be the one to make the difference. And guys, with this opening, I'm also seeing this is a person that doesn't realize this is part of their spiritual journey, their soul growth. But when they let this past go and they and their path of destiny opens up and they self-transform, guys, look at this. Personal journey, ancestral lands, going through this opening, listening to your spirit guides, your angels, realizing it doesn't have to stay this way. I am the one that will make the difference. You know how some people look at things, and I keep thinking about my son while I'm doing this, because I have one child that nothing, and that's the Scott side of the family, guys. He always has some excuse for why everything happens to him, and it's never his fault. And that is a trait that came from his dad and his uncle. I'm just going to put it out there. That, well, I did this and this because of this. I mean, they never taken responsibility. And my son is having a hard time growing up. So maybe you've had, because when me and his dad divorced, his grandma raised him, and they didn't have a whole lot, okay? And I figured a boy needed to be with his dad, so when his dad wanted him, he got him, okay? So, but I feel like this person is going to move away from things that happened to them and start realizing that they are the ones that are responsible for their life. But it took them quite a while to get there because they were so wrapped up in what happened in the past, okay? So take that how that resonates, all right? And I'm still seeing spiritual attainment and coming into yourself and coming more whole and even partnership. But I'm also hearing Roman numeral 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months. And with Jera, I'm just feeling like that means going forward into the next year, this person's going to do a lot of growth. Okay, a lot, and have openings and movement and going. It's just not going to stay this way, and it makes you so much happier. Okay, so guys, and I hope y'all like the way I did this, because I did. I put the Knight of Pentacles up there. I'm going to push these up here, but I'm going to do the cards, I think, below them when I pull the tarot. So guys, this is for someone that's within the next 9 months, 9 weeks, where they're just going to have a whole lot of growth, come to themselves in some way, and realize that things of the past are not what's going to make you the person that you're meant to be in the future. Okay? And guys, everybody goes through that at some point in time. Some of us, it's easier. We transition easier when we realize those things. Other of us, we're just stubborn. So I feel like this is also someone that's very stubborn, but they do become a very grounded person. They do have psychic abilities. They do have some type of healing abilities. And I'm hearing that this person, the biggest thing they need to focus on right now is healing those old wounds from the past that made them think they were never going to be anything, or they weren't ever going to have anything better. Okay, so guys, take that how it resonates. So now we're going to pull some tarot on this and see what we get. So spirit guides, angels, past on loved ones, and spiritual counselor members of whoever this person or persons is. Male or female, sex doesn't matter, it's the energy. If you have a special message that you want to give some more clarity to your person, guide my hands, guide the cards. Let us know what else will help bring clarity to them, or whatever messages that you want to get to this certain person that clarifies this is for them. We're just going to pull them and see how it resonates. Oh, one more time, they said. Okay. One more. Okay. All right. A lot bottom. Okay, so as this person starts to come to themselves, guys, we have Temperance. And that's where that flow comes in, where things start to, and this is, I've been told this also means Archangel Michael. So maybe, and this is a 7-7 message. So someone starts hearing messages from their angels, which helps them get on this path of healing, guys. Okay, and it brings letting go of the old and moving on to the new. I'll put this over here. So this person is starting to listen to their spiritual counselors. They're starting to hear the subtle messages and actually pay attention to make a difference. Yep. So for me here, the Hierophant, somebody wiser than them. Maybe this person goes and asks someone, tells them about something, and this person helps bring clarity or give them a different perspective on what they didn't see before. Okay? Because this person felt like they were drowning. Okay? And when they start seeking out, when they realize they're healing and they start seeking out, okay, this is when that breakthrough comes through. Maybe they go and they ask, because we have messages. So anyway, they start listening though, okay, guys? And then, and they're going to listen to somebody that's wise in the ways of the world. This is the Emperor. They're going to have let's see, do we have hagglers up here? I thought that we did. Maybe we don't. But anyway, this is where that person is going to have that breakthrough and realize that they are now, they're going to start on their new journey. Yep, right there, guys, the breakthrough. They come to themselves in some way, and they're now starting a different journey because they're being called to a new life. This is all that healing, growth, and change, guys. And getting all the tools that you need. Guys, this is just positive beyond belief. All right, guys, this is the Knight of Pentacles reading. Oh, I think the other one I said Knight of Pentacles on the other reading, and it was actually King of Pentacles. All right, guys, this is what I have this morning. Whoever you are, good luck. You do have rewards, relief from stress, and success. You have not realizing you're on your spiritual journey, but going through a breakaway. And having, hang on, and having lots of joy. All right, guys, Lana Scott Lighthouse.